On the 6th of September, the singer and frontman of baila band The Gypsies, Sunil Perera, passed away from COVID-19 related complications at the age of 68. Formed by Perera's father in 1970, the Gypsies became Sri Lanka's most recognizable musical act in the late 70s, 80s and 90s, with their combination of upbeat tunes and clever, memorable lyrics. Primarily producing dance music, the band became a staple at parties, weddings and other celebrations. Born in 1952, Perera joined the Gypsies straight out of school in 1971 along with 4 of his brothers. They initially performed only Western music but became increasingly interested in Sinhala music as it was more accessible to audiences island-wide. A series of album releases ensured hit after hit, and the band quickly became a household name.
I don't consider that any of us, even now, the Gypsies who started in 1970 with my 4, Pial wasn't there in the band at the time, 4 brothers and 2 cousins. We were just very average, and we had some blessing, we had some luck. And also even today, I could still consider it's not the talent. What he requires, that blessing.
The Gypsies were known for their magnetic live performances and toured extensively both locally and internationally, particularly in countries with large Sri Lankan diasporas such as Australia, Singapore, the UK, Canada and the US. Both in his music and outside of it, Perera was a vocal critic of the government and the status quo, openly discussing topics such as sex, homosexuality, religion, and issues he saw as prevalent within Sri Lankan society and politics, such as sexual abuse and corruption.
I want this country to run on a proper system. I want the politicians to introduce good systems. But nothing is going to change if you are not going to talk. But everybody wants a different, better Sri Lanka. But if nobody is going to sort of talk about the bad things that's happening here, then it's not going to we are never going to achieve anything.
Equally critical of both the current administration and the opposition, Perera was particularly vocal about deep-seated structural flaws in the country's systems of governance.
Everybody wants the world to be different, but nobody wants to change. Nobody wants to say anything. Without saying anything, you're not going to sort of give your message across.
Perera's death comes just months after the Gypsies celebrated their Golden Jubilee via a virtual concert held in February this year, marking 50 years since the band's debut. The band was also in the process of recording a new album. Tributes to Perera poured in following his death, in which he was remembered for his contribution to Sri Lankan music and culture and his commitment to social and political progress.